My name is Candice. I have lived in Bloomington my entire life, and I have never had a feeling of being unsafe or fearing for my life when I interacted with the police until these last few years. When I was younger, I knew some officers by names, and they also knew mine, but things are a little different now. While there have been some small improvements in some areas, overall, I feel personally like things are getting worse for people of color in our community right here. I have had my share of negative interactions with Bloomington police, from having guns drawn on me for wearing what the police officer stated were gang colors, to getting searched down to my socks in the rain for non-existent drugs. I know one thing for sure, is that these interactions would have never escalated to the statement that they reached if I was a white person. Although I admit I was scared after those incidents, my fear had not reached its peak until I saw how it affected my children. During a police interaction where my vehicle was broke down on the highway, my son asked me, "Mommy, is he going to shoot us?" Why do I now have to have this conversation with my children? What has gone wrong in our society today that my child feels fear already at the hands of the people who have been sworn to protect and to serve us? In that moment, my fear level rose to a level you will never understand unless you have a black child. Both of my children began to get nervous, and I had to calm them. While inside, I was scared for our lives, even though nobody in the situation had done anything wrong. I've heard it said that there is not a problem in Bloomington-Normal because nobody has gotten shot. But I'm not about to stand here and wait for that to happen. I'm sorry. Wait. You want me to wait for my son to be the next Tamir Rice or Walter Scott? For my daughter to be the next Sandra Brown or Gabriella Calhoun? Or my father to be Terrence Crutcher? Or should I just be the next Corinne Gaines or grieving mother who has lost a family member and lost someone dear to them? I can't live with that. I absolutely cannot live with the feeling that if it did happen, I did nothing to prevent it. I did not speak up. And you know what's not going to prevent it from happening? Pretending like there isn't a problem. And getting defensive when the problem gets pointed out. Or pretending like race does not play a big role in policing. Or pretending like cookie with the cop is going to be our biggest solution. Or pretending like an increased police presence is what our community needs right now. What is going to prevent it from happening is all of us coming together to hold our police accountable and making the big changes that we need for here. I stand with Black Lives Matter today to help dismantle the fear in our community and create a safer, more reliable, more community-controlled form of policing for me, for my kids, and for everyone else who lives in fear here in this town. We are organizing, we are building power, and we are demanding that we be brought to the table to begin to solve this problem. Thank you.